They say it only takes one good trade to change your life. For me last year, that trade was Dogecoin. Last year, Dogecoin rocketed up as much as 10,000%. I caught enough of the move to personally make over $100,000 in profit on it. It was life-changing for me. But if you missed the move, I've got good news for you. I see evidence that Dogecoin is about to double in price over the next month. So spend a few minutes with me today. I'm going to show you exactly why I see it. First, let's take a look at its 5-year price chart. So this is in Robinhood because Dogecoin's been on Robinhood for that long. It was on Robinhood way before even Coinbase. If you go all the way back to the hype bubble in 2017 when Bitcoin went up 2,000%, Dogecoin actually went up almost 100x right there. You can see it almost hit 2 pennies towards the top left on my screen. Go all the way back here, it was just 2% of a penny. So from 1/100th of a penny to almost 2 pennies. So that's nearly a 100x move. I knew that Dogecoin obviously had a history of doing this before. I thought I could do it again. In the summer of 2020, you saw a lot of people when, again, Dogecoin is almost back to its original prices of just like 2/100ths of a penny, 3/100ths of a penny. You saw a lot of people on Reddit and Twitter using the hashtag Doge to a penny. They wanted to pump it back up to where it was in 2017, and they did. At the turn of the year, 2020, 2021, Dogecoin hit that very important threshold of a penny, and that is where I loaded up. I put $20,000 into this thing because I was that confident that people were about to rocket this thing higher. Reason being, that hashtag Doge to a penny turned to Doge to $1. So I predicted Dogecoin was going to hit $1 last year. Didn't quite hit $1. It did, however, go all the way up to, it says about 50, 60 cents on this chart. It actually went up intraday about as high as 70, 75. I personally sold just 1 month later after I purchased, even though I knew it was going to go higher. Reason being, I had an opportunity to cash out with over $100,000 in profit and put a down payment on a dream home. Zero regrets. Glad I did it, even though I did suspect it was going to go higher. Now, obviously, you can see that most of the last year has been not so great for Dogecoin. It's still way, 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 way up from where it was before. So let's take a look at why I am so bullish on the king of the dog coins, the people's cryptocurrency today. So this is barchart.com. It is a free software you can use online. And we're just going to take a look at this thing here. So let's look at the 1-year chart. I'm going to tell you the first thing that I see. We're going to draw some trend lines here. We're going to go to this low right here and draw a line tracing the bottom right here. And something really beautiful emerges here. Look at this. It has bounced off this line of support every single time. Now, obviously, the price has continued going down, but this is bullish in one respect. So let's take another look at what's happening. We're going to draw a line from about here to down here. And you can kind of tell that prices are beginning to narrow into this wedge. It's even clearer if you go up to this near-term top here and draw down. So it connects this peak and where we are today. And you can see prices have been really narrowing into this wedge. And I'm going to tell you what that means in just a second. First, let's go back and take a look at one other time this happened. We're going to go back here, and we're going to look at this line of support compared to this line of resistance. And you can see that this very similar pattern. We call this a wedge, a downward descending triangle. And you can see in this case, Dogecoin broke out of it, and it had a relief rally. It obviously didn't go quite towards the top, but it did break out, and it nearly doubled with this move. And I think we're going to see the exact same thing happen again. I think we're going to see Dogecoin go to about 23 cents over the next month or so. I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm saying 23 cents. So let's take a closer look. Let's go back to our 6-month, and you can tell it's still going down. So what's my thesis for why it's going to go up? Well, let's take a closer look. Okay, we don't really see anything on the 3-month, but let's look at the 1-month chart, and now we are cooking. So let's set a horizontal trend line here. You can see there was kind of a double bottom here on February 24th. So let's draw a line here and then zoom in really close to the last 5 days. So let's highlight this line just so it's a little bit clearer for you to see. All right, and you can see that, yeah, the price tried dipping below this line, but it shot right back up. Shot up a little too far, too fast, so it needed to retest the line, and would you look at that perfect bounce off of this line of support here, and you can see it's rallying higher. And you can also see it is starting to break out of this upper boundary. So this is the top of that wedge that I showed you. So I think we could continue to see a breakout. And to get a little bit more evidence for this, let's take a look at Bitcoin, the king of crypto herself. So you can tell on Bitcoin right here that it is in a period of consolidation, but it's also kind of narrowing into one of these wedges that I've been showing you. I mean, you can kind of see right here and then right here. It's really kind of narrowing into a wedge. So when prices narrow into this wedge, they have one of two ways to go: up big or down big. That's pretty much all that can happen. They cannot keep going sideways. There are always exceptions to the rule, but that's typically what happens. So Bitcoin has to do one of two things here. So why do I think Bitcoin's going to break out? Well, let's go back and look at its 2-year chart here. And you can see, well, this line of support goes way back. Almost perfectly traces over the line we just made here. Let's zoom back in real close, and we can see it keeps bouncing off this line of support, guys. So that's very bullish. So this is a long-term line of support. Bitcoin does not want to break below it. And in the very, very, very short term, I mean, this is looking pretty good, guys. So Bitcoin wants to rally here. There's no really confirmed sign that it's going to go dramatically higher. But if you look at the last year, I mean, it looked like Bitcoin was going down in July, and then it just popped right back up and started this new rally. So we're starting to see a rally in the stock market again. The market's starting to get over the war in Ukraine. It is adapting to the reality of inflation. I thought Jerome Powell at Wednesday's Fed meeting, I think he did an excellent job of reassuring investors and just us people in general that they are going to do what they can to fight inflation. They did a 1/4 point hike. And even though he said that there could be as much as 7 additional hikes, you just saw the market just take off yesterday because it's too oversold. And these days, Bitcoin and the stock market, particularly the NASDAQ, the technology index, they are trading a little bit more closely in line with each other. So what do Bitcoin and Dogecoin have to do with each other? Well, they're obviously both cryptocurrencies. They're also the same type of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin and Dogecoin are what are both known as store of value coins. They're also truly cryptocurrencies. They were created to be exchanged and used like an actual currency, like our dollars. So let's go over to TradingView because they've got a nice feature that shows us how prices relate to one another. So if you go all the way back to a year, you can see, yeah, Dogecoin took way off. Even over the last year, up was as much as 1,000%. If you look at the 5-year chart, man, this thing went up 25,000%. Oh wait, no, 250,000%. Still up about 50,000%, while Bitcoin's up about 4,000 down there at the bottom right. So let's go in a little closer at the 1 year. You still can't see a huge relationship between the two, but we're going to keep zooming in. Let's go to 6 months, and you can start to see that these prices are somewhat coupled to one another. They move similarly, and then if you look at the last 3 months, you can see they're literally tracing each other. So Dogecoin is responding to movement in Bitcoin. You can see here they were doing exactly the same thing. Here Dogecoin tried to break out, didn't quite do it, back to tracing. And recently, as Bitcoin has been sort of consolidating, narrowing, not really making moves higher, that has caused Dogecoin to deteriorate rapidly in price because that's what happens in the altcoin market. Altcoins are much more speculative than Bitcoin. But we do see a good sign right here. Go back to this low in Bitcoin, draw it to that low that you see there, and we're seeing good line of support here. Still, Bitcoin hasn't been moving high enough to support people's appetite for risk and speculation in Dogecoin. But if you draw, again, this horizontal support line at the bottom of Dogecoin, you can see support, and then obviously you see it starting to rally right here. So if Bitcoin continues to take off, Dogecoin is going to move at a higher percentage rate than Bitcoin. And again, you just need to take a look at the 1 year chart to see how much higher it can go. Let's take one more look at Dogecoin. I'm going to tell you why I think it's going to go to 23 cents. And to do that, I want us to let's go back out to about a year here. And what we want to do is we want to draw a line of support to its two most recent highs, or excuse me, a line of resistance. So we're going to connect these two here, and we're going to draw this out to about May. And you can see going out here to May, we're at about 22, 23 cents. And there is just nothing stopping it if it continues to break out from this wedge from going higher here. If we zoom out again, we're going to see we are going to run into resistance at those two most recent highs, which is about 30 cents. Another one here at 32 cents. And probably another one here. I don't think it's going to go this high, at least not anytime too soon. Of course, anything's possible, but 40 cents. It goes back to, it could go back to 40 cents this year. I'm not expecting it too soon. But other than that, there's really not anything stopping it if it continues to break out here from hitting this line of resistance. I would say after that, all games are off. I'm going to have to take a look at it again, and I might publish an update next month telling you what I see. It could happen. It's probably not going to happen over the next 2 weeks. If it happened on April 1st, then it would hit about 25 cents here. I think hitting it by start of May is a little bit more reasonable. So we're looking at about 22 cents, 23 cents there. So Dogecoin's still at about 11, 12 cents a day. So we're looking at a move that could potentially double this thing in price. So what should you do? Well, you have to make the decision that is best for you. Obviously, don't invest or speculate money that you can't afford to lose. I think at this point, the narrative for Dogecoin looks pretty good. I think we can expect a rally from here. I think we can expect it to double in price over the next 30 days. So if you guys enjoyed this analysis, please like this video, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, True Options Masters. At True Options Masters, I've put together some of the best options traders in the world. They are trade masters, truly. We also do some cryptocurrency analysis. Our options experts, they typically don't do that, but me and my managing editor, Mike Merson, we've both made over 6 figures in cryptocurrency. So I don't know if we'd call us experts, but we certainly don't not know what we're doing. But at True Options Masters, you guys really need to continue checking out our stuff. We publish every single week in our newsletter, we publish the unusual options activities. So that's the trades that big money traders are making. We show you how to read price charts. We show you how to use technical analysis and use technical indicators. We have an options bootcamp series for people who are brand new to options and want to learn how to trade them. Options, guys, has become more popular than stock trading. On a nominal daily basis last year, it actually surpassed it. So people are trading more options than they are actual shares of stocks on a dollar basis. So, and True Options Masters, we are the #1 source for options training, education, and actionable trade ideas. We provide those in our free newsletter quite often, and in our YouTube channel, you're going to get access to our Quick Take series. So this is where one of our options masters, Chad Shoup, he walks you through how to take a look at a price chart of a stock and instantly determine whether you should bank on it rising or expect it to tank. It's part of his Bank It or Tank It series. We call it Quick Takes. You're also going to get our weekly chart wrap. So that's where our managing editor walks you through the most important charts that you need to see that week. You're going to get great actionable trade ideas from that as well. You also get access to our monthly market outlook. So this is where we tell you the #1 sector of the market that you need to be trading every single month is the sector we're the most bullish on. We even dive into that sector and show you the top stocks to trade. So that's all for today. Again, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back throughout the month with more updates. And if Dogecoin does hit my target price of 22, 23 cents, I will be back to you in a month with another update. That's all for now. Signing off.